कि आज हमारे समक्ष गोवर्धन इको विलेज के जो फाउंडर हैं अपने व्यस्त समय में भी हमें अपना संग प्रदान करने के लिए, कृपा देने के लिए हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं। तो एक बार सब लोग उत्साहपूर्वक जोर से हरि बोल बोलते हुए स्वागत करेंगे। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि। परम पूज्य राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज की जय। तो ये वृंदावन का जो ये धाम का हमने यहाँ पर रेप्लिका देख रहे हैं, ये उनकी कृपा से उपस्थित हुआ है, प्रकट हुआ है। और पिछले एक वर्ष में प्रति महीने लगभग 1 लाख से अधिक यात्रीगण यहाँ पर आते हैं उसका दर्शन लेने के लिए, और हजारों लोगों के जीवन में हम एक अद्भुत परिवर्तन देख रहे हैं। तो आज का विषय जो है वो महाराज जिस पर बोलेंगे वो है, क्यों इस विश्व में आध्यात्मिक स्थल की आवश्यकता है, वाई दिस वर्ल्ड नीड्स होली प्लेसेस। सो इसके ऊपर आज महाराज बोलेंगे। तो हम सब लोग उनका धन्यवाद व्यक्त करेंगे और ध्यानपूर्वक सुनेंगे। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू महाराज।
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापन्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं हरिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरि 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 राम 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 हरि हरि। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Praja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Praja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. I thank all the residents of the Govardhan Eco-Village community and all pilgrims and well-wishers for manifesting this wonderful place of pilgrimage. The world is always in a great need of holy places. problems that are facing humanity, and in that sense, all living beings, has its root in a disconnection from our God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. When we forget the nature of the soul, when we forget our relationship with Krishna, we try to find that satisfaction through various endeavors that implicate ourselves, complicate our karmas, and create so much suffering. Prahlad Maharaj describes in Srimad Bhagavatam that without understanding bhakti, devotional service, then all our solutions to the problems eventually create more complicated and miserable problems than the original problem. Gyan, or knowledge, is one of the foundational principles of spirituality. And the essence of Gyan is bhakti. We are not these physical bodies and all of the identities we build around them. And nothing belongs to us. Everything is Krishna's property. And we as eternal souls are part and parcel of Krishna. And our nature is to love Krishna and realize Krishna's love. Surada Sarva Bhutanam. Krishna is the ever well-wishing, loving friend of every living entity. When a devotee understands this principle and surrenders to it, then the devotee also becomes the ever well-wishing friend of all living entities. That becomes the principle of our life. Because Jivera Swarupoi, Krishnara Nityadas. We're all servants of Krishna. Krishna being the ever well-wishing friend of everyone, seated in the heart of all beings. To serve means to serve what pleases Krishna. In the spiritual world, there is simply lila, eternal pastimes of ever-increasing pure love. The love of Radha Krishna, the one supreme truth. And the entire existence of spirituality is born of that love between Radha and Krishna. And every living being, wherever there's life, is part and parcel of that love. And all material and spiritual creation is ultimately manifesting from that love. In material creation, we're countless living beings, which is but a fraction of the living beings who are living happily forever in the spiritual world. We're all trying to find that love in avidya, or ignorance of truth. So that bahunam janmanamante jnanavamam papadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sadurlabha. After many, many births and deaths, of cultivating knowledge, when one finally comes to the point of real truth, pure jnana, one surrenders to Vasudeva, knowing Krishna, knowing the Supreme Lord to be the cause of all causes, the source of everything that exists, and the ultimate goal of life. In this age of Kali, Krishna has descended as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially to bring our awareness to the greatest mercy of the Lord. Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna has descended in the sound vibration of his holy names. And wherever devotees are coming together to chant the holy names of the Lord, Krishna is especially manifesting his mercy in that place. Even when things are going very nice in this world, which is very different than many places today. So much disease, so much danger, wars, battles, hatred, over things that mean nothing for the soul. Due to the false ego, we make little things seem so important, we're willing to live and die for it. But for the eternal soul, these things are flickering and practically meaningless. But still we waste our lives striving under that influence. Holy places have always been where the Lord incarnates and where devotees come together to serve the Lord. Wherever Krishna is present, that is a holy place. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, he's within the heart of all of us. That means our heart is a holy place of pilgrimage. Srila Prabhupada would sometimes remark that people go all the way from Calcutta to Haridwar to bathe in Mother Ganga. But actually Mother Ganga is flowing in Calcutta. And actually she's even wider there. So the holy place of pilgrimage is right in our heart because Krishna's there. But we've forgotten. We're disconnected. And therefore, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Krishna incarnates again and again in this world to teach us, to remind us of what our true dharma is and what is it we're all truly looking for. We're all looking for ananda, real happiness. We're all looking for real affection, love. Krishna is Rasavaisaha. He's the reservoir of all pleasure. Not the reservoir of some pleasure. He's the reservoir of all pleasure. That means all pleasure that exists is emanating from Krishna. It's like all the sunlight within our universe is emanating from the sun planet. But if we disconnect the sunlight from the sun planet, we live in darkness. Actually, when sunlight comes into a place, does it make any difference how dark it is before? At noontime on a cloudless day, whether at night it's a full moon, or whether it's Amavasya, a no moon, the sunlight doesn't differentiate. Everything is lit up. So however much we're in ignorance or passion, when we awaken Krishna within our hearts, we become full of light and full of joy. But how do we awaken that Krishna from within our hearts when we're disconnected? The example is a candle. A candle has the potency to give out light. If it didn't have that potency, if you put light on it, fire on it, it wouldn't burn. The candle has that power, but you need another candle to ignite it, to actually awaken the power within itself. In a similar way, we need the potency to love Krishna and be happy is in everyone. But it's not accessible to us. And it never will be, unless we're touched by the light of someone who is connecting us to Krishna again. That is satsang. Satsang, when we're associated with holy people, who through their words, through their example, through their prayers, through their services, their actions, awaken that light that is within us. And then, of course, we have our sadhana, which actually keeps it burning. More and more and more. To illuminate all darkness. So people come to holy places for this purpose of reconnecting and awakening our original Krishna consciousness. And Krishna establishes various holy places to give us that opportunity. Srila Prabhupada would cite from the scriptures that one of the influences of Kali Yuga is to go to a holy place, to take a bath, but not to associate with the holy people who are there. The bath is purifying, but the real benefits of changing our lives come when we understand what is the value of the holy dust of Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, the holy lands of the Himalayas. What is the sanctity And why is it sacred? It's not sacred just because it's dust. It's sacred because of the dust connection with the Lord's mercy and the Lord's pastimes. And the more we understand these principles from association of devotees, the more the holy books come alive to us. They're not just a theoretical form of knowledge or education, but they're a transformative truth that awakens more and more our shraddha, or faith. When we have faith in the supreme truth, then we are willing to live our life in harmony with that truth. Adosha tata sadhu sangha bhajanakriya. Through satsang, sadhu sangha, association with holy people, that faith awakens and grows. And when we have that faith, then bhajana kriya. We're willing to perform tapasya, austerities. Austerity doesn't simply mean fasting. It means doing what pleases Krishna in any situation that comes upon us. So we chant the holy names of the Lord as much as possible, constantly. But we have a regulative sadhana program where we're giving a certain time a day to take shelter of Krishna and Radha's holy names. And we're hearing Harikatha. We're coming before Shri Radha Vrindavan Bihari, Madan Mohanji, to offer our worship, to offer our prayers, and actually to reciprocate with their love by offering to our capacity whatever they have given us, to assist them in enlightening humanity with their mercy. That's actually the greatest gift. And where there's knowledge, it's the greatest wealth. The greatest wealth is to understand how I can assist Krishna with what Krishna gives me. The greatest intelligence is to realize how I can best please and assist Krishna in his mission with whatever intelligence he has given me. The greatest strength is not in how fast we can run or how much we could lift, but whatever tests and trials come upon me, that I continue to strive to assist Krishna in his mission of compassion within this world. To accept this is to be connected with Krishna through bhakti. Bhakti is not a theory only. It's a lifestyle, a practice. Yes, devotees of all levels of spiritual realization and common people have always gone to holy places to become a deeper devotee of God, to be revived, to be surcharged. Our Radha Gopinath temple has, for over 30 years, been going on yatras every year, sometimes twice a year, 3 times a year. And sometimes there's smaller yatras for many, many. We go to Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur Dham, Ayodhya Dham, Tirupati, Srirangam, Madurai. So many different holy places, Dwarka. To associate with devotees, to hear and to chant and to restore our own faith. And Govardhan Eco Village is an attempt where we're trying to create a place where people, advanced devotees, can come to absorb ourselves in feelings of separation from Krishna and Sri Radha in Vrindavan. Feelings of separation from our spiritual masters and the previous acharyas, and cultivating our devotional service. And for pilgrims, or just interested people who may even be tourists, we're here serving together to assist Krishna's mission of bestowing mercy upon them. Beautiful temples, beautiful scenery, creates a mindset where people's hearts are attracted and opened. But it's the association of holy people that transform people's hearts. So this is the great responsibility of the residents of Govardhan Eco Village. On behalf of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to live in such a way together that people of all categories will open their minds, open their hearts to receive Krishna's mercy. And for our own devotees from all over Maharashtra, all over India, and all over the world, to come to be together, to inspire one another, to overcome the temptations and the dangers and the fears of Maya by finding shelter in Krishna, in Krishna's beauty, in Krishna's pastimes, in Krishna's holy land, in Krishna's service, and especially in Krishna's holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna, who has descended to taste the supreme sweetness of Srimati Radharani's pure love, to realize what it is in himself that inspires her love. He comes in the role of a devotee to teach us how to be devotees. When he first came to Vrindavan, he walked from Jagannath Puri, very long distance, through jungles, paddy fields, towns, villages, with just one assistant. And when he arrived in Vrindavan, it was very much covered over by millenniums since Krishna had come. In the scriptures and in the hearts of holy people, Vrindavan has always been the most holy of all holy places. But due to the nature of this world, Krishna has to incarnate again and again to restore the principles of Dharma. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan to restore the glories of Vrindavan to the awareness of the people. For 2 months he roamed through Braj Bhumi in the highest ecstasies of being home again. Parama Karuna Pahundui Jana. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is supremely kind, supremely compassionate. When he was in Vrindavan tasting the sweetness of the ecstasies of love of Krishna in Radha's bhava, he was planning to invite everyone in the world to have the opportunity to come to Vrindavan and experience what he was giving us and what he was experiencing to our capacity. In a little paddy field near Govardhan, he discovered Radha Kund and Shama Kund. They were actually just puddles in a field. Nobody really considered them anything except puddles in a field. But according to the scriptures, according to a whole legacy of sadhus or acharyas, and according to his own vision as Sri Sri Radha Govinda, he discovered for us. And 2 of his most qualified disciples, after he left Vrindavan on his way back to Puri, he met Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Sanatana Goswami in Prayag and Varanasi. And how interesting. They were among the most qualified people on the planet. They were learned scholars that cannot even be conceived of in the world today. They had wealth, they had influence. They were truly empowered, totally qualified, 100% humble and surrendered. They were the 2 people who were going to lead the next generation and the entire legacy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Even today, over 500 years since the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were Rupanugas We're following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So these two most qualified people, he sent both of them to Vrindavan to live for the rest of their lives. To write Vaishnav literatures, to extract the very essence of all the Vedas and all the scriptures in the world, and distill it to its finest perfection of prema pumarta mahan, that the ultimate goal of life is to love Krishna. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Abandon all varieties of dharma and just surrender to Krishna. This is Krishna's words. And when Krishna speaks about surrender, he's speaking about prema or love. Not surrender in the sense of defeat, but surrendering to Krishna's love is the ultimate victory in life. A victory that is forever. Rupa and Sanatan were sent to extract the essence of all knowledge and write books as the foundational basis for our whole sampradaya. And they were instructed to teach by their example the behavior of a devotee. And what it really means to live in renunciation. Yukta Vairagya. And he told them to establish temples and deity worship. And to rediscover and excavate the holy places of pilgrimage, so that the world could come to Vrindavan. Now, many of Lord Chaitanya's closest associates, Gadadhar Pandit, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Ramananda Rai, there's no record that they actually ever came to Vrindavan. But in hearing and chanting and the glories of the Lord, in forever living in a life of devotion to the Lord, they were manifesting Vrindavan in their hearts wherever they were. But still, does coming to holy places of pilgrimage to associate with holy people is one of the principles, primary principles of bhakti. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Mayapur, he created Radhakund and Shamakund and Govardhan, so that when devotees come there, as well as himself, to be absorbed in remembering the beautiful pastimes of Vrindavan. Throughout the ages, great acharyas have created places where devotees could come on pilgrimage. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, he described that every one of the temples of Krishna is a holy place of pilgrimage. But when we leave everything in the world behind to come to a holy place, or when we're living in a holy place and we're surrendering our hearts to share the gifts of the holy place with other devotees and the people in general, we are most fortunate. And we're giving people the opportunity when they go back to their temples or go back to their homes to have an experience of an absorption in Krishna. We are all little servants here at Govardhan Eco Village. The little ants that are crawling around. To the degree we're spiritually advanced, we give honor and respect to them. Because spiritual advancement never means that we think that we're great. It means we're eager to serve the great who is within the heart of all living beings. Krishna is supremely great. Srila Prabhupada invited his devotees to Mayapur every year. How much energy! From a little rice paddy, he created this beautiful community in Mayapur. He created the Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan. And in the Western world, he created New Vrindavan, New Taliban, New Gokul, Gitanagari. Holy places where people could come to hear, to chant. So the service here and whatever efforts like Srila Prabhupada and Lord Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu's mercy we have received, we have this opportunity to assist them and try to create a community. Vrindavan is a place where Krishna is a cowherd boy. And the dharma of giving happiness to cows always needs to be at the heart of Govardhan Eco Village. And Srila Prabhupada taught us any person who comes, we should see them as Radharani and Krishna's invited guest. And we're not proprietors. We're servants of the Master. And whoever may come here is an invited guest of the Master. To give them the best experience with prasadam, with kindness, by keeping everything very clean, by having beautiful kirtans, beautiful harikatha, giving beautiful tours of Vrindavan forest. The environmental projects of Govardhan Eco Village is teaching bhakti in action. As long as we're living in this earth, we must learn to teach people how to live in harmony with Krishna through the resources of nature. So in every way, Govardhan Eco Village is Srila Prabhupada's gift to us. Who could have ever thought many years ago that we could be instrumental as Krishna's servants in a holy place of pilgrimage. Thank you for all that you're doing. Monsoon raining season. I was told by Vasudev Prabhu while coming here this evening how people are putting on internet how beautiful Govardhan eco-village is in the monsoon rainy season. But the beauty comes along with many inconveniences. It's very difficult to keep things clean. Some devotees are slipping and breaking their limbs. Very stormy, very challenging, but very beautiful. And in many ways, the monsoon rains, Krishna's Ganasham. He's Shama Sundar. He's compared to a monsoon rain cloud. So when Krishna's mercy showers upon us, it also provides challenges. But in the association of devotees who give us faith, who inspire us, who give us shelter, then through those challenges of the storms of mercy that we're receiving, we actually can focus on the beauty of it. And we can share that beauty with the world. Thank you very much. I'm so grateful to all of you. Hare Krishna. Gauranga Prabhu, Sanat Kumar Prabhu, they have been primary leaders here for so many years. Vasudev Prabhu. I'm shy to mention names because there's so many names. And whichever name I say, there's 10 that I don't say. So please know that I'm speaking about you, Sri Nandanandan Prabhu, and everyone. Brahmacharis have sacrificed so much for so many years. When there was nothing, there was faith that Krishna would manifest himself. And where that faith comes, Krishna manifests himself. And the congregation, the grihastas, their confidence, their assistance, nothing could exist here without the loving efforts of that harmony between all the varnas and all the ashrams in the loving service of Sri Sri Radha, Vrindavan Bihari. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we are very grateful to His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj for so wonderfully describing the importance of holy names. So let's express our gratitude by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Now we will have Kirtan and then there will be prasad for everyone in Lalita Hall. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण हरे हरि बोल सैन कीर्तन हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे